YouTube, it's M1 American here doing a review, this time on different fire starters and just different related things to starting and using fires when you're out backpacking, hiking, camping, just any emergency event or anything like that. So what I have here is just a rough assortment of different types of things that can either help you get a fire, maintain a fire, or just anywhere in between, whether it's you just need a quick use, a quick fire, or something that's gonna be a little longer lasting. So here we go. So as you can see, I have some lighters down here, two types of lighters to begin with, because if you can use a lighter and save the energy, that's an easy way to go, but I would never count on these. That's why we have all of our other items here. We have a Bic, which is just a standard flame, and then we also have a torch lighter, which is a higher producing flame. It's just, as you see, all blue flame, which is extremely hot compared to just a yellow or white flame. Just not as easy to get as hot as this would. This would burn up more energy faster, but either way, both of these can fail, and you don't want to have those as your primary backups. So you can go to other things like having matches. Now, you can get this container here for about 90 cents, somewhere around there. Walmart, just about any camping supply store. And I have some waterproof matches in here as well. Now, they're waterproof, but I call them water resistant, because you don't want them to get too saturated. I also, inside, I keep, see if I can get it out here, striker pad. And it's stuck in there pretty good. There it is. So, there it is. So you use that to strike your matches against. But the neat thing about these little waterproof cases, which you can see the seal right here, just a little rubber gasket, is on the bottom they have a piece of flint. So if you happen to have, let's say, a knife on you, you can strike the back of the knife on the flint and get a little bit of spark. Not the greatest way, because this isn't the greatest, biggest piece of flint here. So essentially you have a flint steel. If you don't have a knife, there are some rocks with the correct minerals, you might just have to test them out, that will also cause a spark on striking against the flint. But you wouldn't want to destroy it and not have anything if this is all you have left. Another way, this is an actual flint steel. Basically, you have your flint rod, which is just a bunch of alloys, and a piece of steel. Usually, you can see the teeth there. That's to get a good gouge in there. And if you can just strike on the edge here of this steel blade. That works fairly well. You get a pretty good spark with that. Yeah, I can't remember what brand this is. I got this one offline, but I liked it just because of the fact that it's got such a big piece of flint steel on the end here. A lot of them are pretty narrow. This one looks about a 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more thick. So there's a lot to go through. Okay, so that's another one. Another way is the old-fashioned way, using a magnifying glass, as you can see here. So using the sunlight, if you have it accessible, and you have, let's say, a compass or something, multi-tool that has a magnifying glass on it, you could try to use the sun as well, obviously. To maintain fire, this would be my first bet. If you're not backpacking, if you're just camping or doing simple trips, these fire starter logs are wonderful, because you can just about do anything you want with them. They last roughly an hour, burning by themselves. You could boil water off them. They're not the hottest flame, but they definitely last a while. So you could, gather up other stuff, even if it's semi-damp, and still get it lit. This would work in an emergency situation as well. It's bigger, it takes up more space, and it weighs more, so you wouldn't want it to be for backpacking. In that sense, you might use something like these solid state fuel tablets, which work perfect for that. Now you can use trioxane. These aren't trioxane. This is just another brand, I can't remember. But anyways, they work great. One tablet's way more than enough to boil a cup or 2 cup of water, you know, for your dried food or what have you. You know, just survival water, whatever you need. So you can get them, and these ones came in a pack of 12. I got another pack in another bag somewhere. So those work great. Those don't burn the longest, but they definitely burn hot. A box of those, of 12 that I bought, I think it was somewhere between $10 and $20, somewhere between there. Maybe $10. These are emergency candles. This would be a totally different POU. This one would be something more or less not to cook, not really to heat, but just for lighting or a continuous, you know, flame. I think each of these candles in here lasts about 9 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. They come with their own little cup, or catch, whatever you want to call it. And there you have. It's about 3 to 4 inches long. See? And those you can pick up at most, you know, cheap camping supply places. You know, Rayleigh's, Walmart, wherever. Those work good too. But you're not going to boil food off of them. So here's just a rough assortment. There's other variations, like a flint steel. You see the bars similar to this. I don't have one right next to me, or I'd show you that. But you can find them all over the place. Most of this stuff is fairly cheap. You know, $5, less than $1, a couple dollars. These are actually, depending where you go, around 40 cents. 40 cents. Come on, look at the size of this for 40 cents. Anywhere that has barbecue supplies or Duraflame logs usually has these. These are like a kindling starter. You just light it up. It kind of stinks. It's like a saturated fiber in here. You just light it up and it just burns forever. They're great. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys today. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below. If you want, please subscribe off to the side over there. The more subscribers I get, the more videos I'll make, knowing that you guys want to see them. So, until next time, this is M1 American. Be safe out there, and peace out.